Taurus, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of May 2026. And I'll do the reading for you, and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Taurus. I love it when that happens though, because it's like, okay, reset in the brain. What are those words? Nothing. Blabber. Blah. Anyways. Whew. Really? That's how we start this? Man! You're rough today. Rough start to the oh, and we're Taurus season is here. Ah, okay, that's why we're chilling, taking it easy, slow. Okay. I just realized that. Anyways, overall energy for the reading, the Empress. That's a super, super nice energy. Very caring, very nurturing. I wonder whose it is. Where does it belong? I would say it's yours, even though I'm being pulled drastically in the direction of this Queen of Swords. And that's a little bit rough, but still could go together. I don't know. We'll pin it as yours for now, and then we'll see as we go. But the energy that starts off the reading, the Death card crossed by the Hangman. It's looking like there's something ending here, right? And I have no idea if you're the one that initiated this, like I'm ending something, or if it's just ending. But I can see your participation in it, and your participation is that of just watching it fall, watching it, fade away or end or whatever is going on here. So you're letting it, in your focus, the Star, kind of really trying to open up towards your heart's desire, whatever that is in the moment, in the big scheme of things, whatever that is. If today, I don't know, the sun speaks to you and it's calling you to the beach, it's like, okay, we'll do that. Yeah, because my heart needs that today. My heart would definitely need that every day. But, stuff like that, something that speaks to your heart. You tend to follow it, or at least you're trying to focus on that. In the recent past, the Ten of Cups, that's the energy of happiness that's being shared with others too. In your strength, the Six of Swords. See, that's the thing, because it's I know with you, because you're a Taurus and you're a fixed signs, and I know with fixed signs, it's like, man, it takes a lot to move a fixed sign from where they're positioned, right? But when they move, even with you. And with you, it's like a sharp move, like yeah, okay, if I drop this, I drop this, and I don't look back. So I feel like something like this is kind of starting to happen for you, because I see you slowly but surely detaching from something, and you're not there yet in which the cutting is happening, but that moment in which the cutting is happening, but you're heading in that direction. In the immediate future, the Hermit, there's a lot of healing involved with this one. Maybe you're entering a process of healing here. It's a good energy, nice energy, probably very much needed after all of this. Anyways, supporting this reading, the Chariot. The universe is right there by your side as you're going through what you're going through, kind of giving you the thumbs up, so you've got the support from the universe here. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Eight of Wands. Why do I feel like this is... Ooh, and it's going to make you jump. Potential gossip, or just people talking behind your back, which I kind of get the sense that somewhat you know that. But like when you're really being faced with that, I feel like you're going to jump. Like it's going to piss you off or something. And I'm like, why? Let them talk. Whatever, In your hopes and fears, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're going to do what you're going to do, ultimately. You made up your mind. Nothing's going to unmake it. you know? So you definitely made up your mind about something here. In the potential outcome, the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you just... So, see, I would have expected to see that a little earlier. The emotional detachment, the I'm done here. I'm done completely here. You know, I'm seeing a lot of elements that are leading towards the physical detachment, and then it's like the cherry on top is I really don't give a shit about any of this anymore. You know? So, I feel like I'm catching you in one of those times in which you're probably cutting yourself off completely from something in a fixed Taurus sign way. You know, I don't know. Potentially quite drastic ultimately. But let me do the Empress. Let's clarify. The Six of Pentacles, the Star, the Page of Wands. So something is working out here. There's definitely an energy exchange somewhere happening for you that is looking like it's working out. I don't know what this is for you, but I feel like this is quite a supportive energy for you at this time. You know, not necessarily one that is right there by your side cheering you on like, yeah, Taurus, you can do this. The deeper the cut, the better. No, not like that. But in a different way, like helpful in a different way. In a way of, maybe it's part of, you know, again, the day at the beach you decide to take because your heart speaks to. Maybe this is someone you haven't seen in a while and it's like their presence just is good for you. And you don't even talk about your shit. You just like being around them. I don't know who this is or what this is to you, but it's a super nice energy and very, very helpful potentially. You know? Let me do the Death card. The Fool, the Empress, the Hermit. I feel like this is your energy too, though. This is you. There's a lot of healing through this process. It looks harsh on the surface, I'm not gonna lie. It looks a little, uh-oh, somebody pissed off Taurus here, you know, get out of the way. But like underneath it all, there's so much going on for you. So many good things happening. Once you kind of take this on. So as harsh as it looks on the surface, internally, it is just a freaking miracle what it's doing for you. Because it brings in so much healing and it brings you so much closer to your heart. So whatever this is, definitely not good for you. And you're shutting it down like this, probably that's just the way to do it. The way to go about it. I don't know. But again, internally... It's like the ugliest cake you've seen in your entire life that you're like, I'm not gonna put that nowhere near my lips, and then somehow it lands there and it's like, oh my god, this is the best fucking cake I've ever had, you know? So kind of like that. Here I go talking about food again. Man, I always screw with that, and then I get hungry for cakes especially. But anyways, Hangman. One was drooling. For the Hangman, you get the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords. Okay, and again, yeah, I think for the most part, you're kind of participating in this process. I think you're the one that's bringing the house down here. But you've done your part in bringing it down, and now you're just kind of letting it unfold, you know? So as you watch it unfold, you start getting pretty excited about what's next. What's gonna follow after this, you know? And you seem to be confused about it. You seem to not know exactly. Like, I have no fucking clue. But the beginning steps of the next chapter, you look pretty excited about it. It's like, okay, it's just new. It's something else. So that in itself makes me feel good. What's gonna, you know, evolve into, I don't fucking know. I have no fucking clue. Let me do the Star in your focus. Oh my freaking god. The Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Wands, the Three of Swords. What is this that you're ending here? Or you're trying to? Because it's massive. It's a massive energy that holds you down. Like, it holds you in a place of... whew... such low frequencies that it's not even funny, and you're I feel like you're trying to establish a goal to pursue so that you don't have the tendency to come back to this. Because it has such a hold on you, such a grab on you. But just from an energetic standpoint. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, I'm going to try to create a new goal that I want and that I feel passionate about enough to pursue so that I don't have to. Because at this point in time, it almost feels like the way you're presenting it, almost like an addiction. Like, I have to leave this behind me. I have to put it behind me, but it's very, very difficult. Because I know I'll have the tendency to come back to it. So, heavy energies there. Let me do the 10 of Cups. In the recent past, the Death card, the 4 of Cups, the 5 of Wands. Okay, so it may have started from something small. You know, this whole ending. Maybe there was a little argument that turned into a bigger one, that turned into, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see your face ever again. And I don't want you to see my face ever again. So get the fuck out. I don't know. Because that's kind of the beginning of the end there. From what I'm seeing there. And then the whole process of it falling. Whew. Through this falling, imagine a building, you know, falling down. It's going to reveal slowly but surely everything that it was hiding behind its walls, right? So that's, I'm seeing somebody starting to take the building down here. Maybe the both of you, I don't know, but then, or maybe there's more than just 2 people here. I don't know what the hell is going on here. But then as the building is starting to crumble and you kind of sit to the side and watch it, you actually see what's been hiding. And all of that energy is coming out to the surface. And that's the heaviness I'm feeling. It's like, what has this been hiding for who knows how long? I don't know. Let me do the 6 of Swords in your... Oh, for the 6 of Swords in your strength, you get the 5 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, the Devil. And you were done a while ago here too. You know, you've been done with this, whatever experience this is, for a while. The fact that you stayed, knowing that you're done, quite unhealthy. Because it just built on that energy of basically deception or a lie, you know. Because when we know we're done with something and we're not taking any action to kind of align with what we feel about it, we're basically living a lie, right? So what's building from that point on until apparently it crumbles is built on a lie. And it already had plenty of stuff in there. So behind the walls, there's some lies there too. Some unhealthiness, some stuff. Let me do the Hermit in the immediate future. The Moon, the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands. There's... as this is unfolding and almost done, the crumbling part, the dust is almost even settled, there's a door that's opening up for you. And it's to your own healing over whatever the fuck happened here. It says there big ass in big letters, Taurus is healing over this experience. And you're kind of curious about it. You're like, yeah, I think I need to heal. But like, it invites you to go pretty deep. And those deeper levels, I see you having quite the resistance there. Being like, I don't need to go deep, I'm good. I'll just brush the surface there. We'll be good. Okay. You know how I feel about that. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say, you know how I feel about that. Up to you. For the Chariot, in the supportive energies, you get the Hangman, the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups. You have, so the universe is right there supporting you through all of this, right by your side as you go through this, and how it's there. It's sending you all sorts of signs and love, and through people, animals, through all sorts of things you're seeing around you, especially that you're seeing through the energy of love. That's the universe saying, I'm right here. Whatever steps you're gonna take, whatever you're gonna do here, I'm right here. So, and I see you seeing it from time to time through these signs of love, especially. So that's pretty cool. Not all the time, probably, but from time to time I see you stopping and looking right in the face of the sign. For the 8 of Wands in the hidden energies, you get the 8 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, the High Priestess. I just don't. I don't know what this is exactly. I am still seeing it as maybe people that you even trust, that you feel like you can rely on. I don't know. They're saying things. You're going to say, what things? And I'm going to say, I don't fucking know. But they're saying things. They're saying things. It's not that type of gossip of, oh my god, yeah, they're trashing you like you have no idea. No. But the things they're saying don't match with how they're showing up. So they're showing up as someone you can rely on, someone you're trusting, someone I don't see much attachment in the sense of commitment there or anything like that. So I don't think it's family or, but it could be someone you're working with, for example, that you trust deeply. And it's like, they're just saying things, not big things again, but just not aligning with how they're showing up around you or in your energy. For the Queen of Swords, in your hopes and fears, you get the King of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Eight of Cups. I feel like this is around your stability somehow, so it might affect your household, your work, stuff like that. You're definitely impacted at work because of what's going on here. Like, even if this is not about work and it's something else, when you go to work, you feel the heaviness of whatever this is, so it impacts you, it affects you. So you're not super 100% focused on your work because of whatever this is. So at some point I feel like you're feeling kind of disconnected from a lot of things in your life because of this situation going down. So not attached much to anything. And I get a sense that that. You're aware of that. You're not just sitting there and being, no, I'm attached to everything. No. You're very aware. You're like, yeah, I'm not feeling it much. For the Eight of Cups, in the potential outcome, you get the Three of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Six of Cups. It's going to continue on for a little bit, this whole feeling of disconnection. It's going to continue on for a little bit. It's going to be brought back at some point. There's a soul connection that's showing up, and it's opening that back up for you in the sense of you're going to be able to feel again because of this soul connection. This could even be a friendship. This could be a friend, doing the smallest gesture that comes your way, and at that moment in time, you're going to feel it. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to be, oh yeah, fuck yeah, somebody's saving me. No. It's you that has to come out of this numbness, and the numbness is here because of whatever's going on here, and your resistance to go in a little deeper into your healing, but that's another story. We'll talk about that some other time. But yeah, with the help of people around you here, you're going to open back up. So let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. This is a tough one, I'm not gonna lie. It's a pretty tough process. And the only issue I have with it, me personally, which, ultimately I don't have an issue with it because you're gonna do it when you're ready, is your resistance to actually going in a little deeper to heal it, especially because you have the invitation right there on the table in front of you. Like, okay, go a little deeper. And you're like, nope. Okay. You'll see why I have a problem with that down the road. It may impact you. But still, I would still suggest you go deeper when you feel ready for it. So that's just my observation from the outside. I'm not going to try to force you to go there. From the universe for you as a final advice, the King of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Five of Wands. This is a tough process to leave behind you because it has so many elements to it. There's so many energies piled up. Like behind those walls, there's so much crap that piled up in there. At some point in time, maybe it will require some depth for you to go in there a little deeper. Maybe it's too soon for right now. So again, I'm not gonna, you do what you gotta do, what you feel you need to be doing. But there's a lot of stuff that went on in here. And your goal right now is to come out to the surface a little bit, to be able to feel again. Because I feel like, again, for the most part, this experience is kind of leaving you a little bit emotionally numb. So I feel like your goal for right now is to open up back up to your heart. Because all the help and all of the things supporting you and surrounding you right now are from the heart, you know? So you're going to have to feel those to see those. But let me do the Animal Dreaming Oracle card. Black Swan, Grace, number 30. Everyone knows the tale of the ugly duckling, a child's fable about an abandoned hatchling forced to endure ridicule and rejection, but who ultimately overcame adversity to become a beautiful swan. The parable demonstrates that until you can look inside and find the innate beauty that resides there, you cannot expect anybody else to see your beauty. When you look in the mirror and see infinite beauty looking back, however, others will also recognize true beauty on all levels when they look at you. Swan helps us realize our inner beauty by returning us to a state of grace. Grace cannot be learned. It cannot be bought or given. It can only be found within. It must be remembered. Children naturally walk with grace. Do they? I know what that means. Grace is innocence and impeccability, coupled with a deep knowing and an unwavering sense of belonging. The knowledge of what true beauty is without having to advertise it. Without inner beauty, peace, and confidence, there is no grace. People who have looked deep within themselves, who have held their past and reclaimed their inner child, know grace. Grace is the ability to walk through life, head held high with humility, pride, and a balanced ego. Grace allows us to be strong, abundant, and proud without being aloof, pompous, or rude. Grace keeps us grounded and in touch with those less fortunate and those who have not yet reclaimed the knowledge. If Swan has gracefully floated into your cards today, get ready to recognize your true essence and to trust the grace of your own being. Be prepared to see the golden potential in those around you as you relearn to unconditionally love yourself and radiate the inner beauty that yearns to be discovered. Prepare to awaken the grace that lays dormant. Allow yourself to access Spirit's gifts of self-empowerment so that you may finally learn to believe in yourself on all levels. Ready yourself to transform your sense of abandonment into mystery so that others may be drawn to you in awe and wonderment instead of being turned away by fear and confusion. Allow your inner beauty to emerge and the world will applaud and shower you with reward. This is Swan's promise to you. Aw. Good. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.